Next question. In the release notes, it's stated that the secondary doesn't go down anymore if it loses the link to the ping node. How can be done? It can be done. So it was a problem with a ping node in the past versions, but the actual official version doesn't have this problem. And this one is a next improvement here, because on the current official version, which is 4.622 build, you can enter already more ping nodes, and you will see on the display ping node group. That's true. In the current version, which I'm showing, it is showing every ping node separately. But the bug with the ping node on the previous version, which is official now, is solved. So you will not see any problem when the ping node is missing. Next question. Better SQL or Oracle? Yeah, that will be maybe better demo if I will use some database for demonstration. But believe me, if there will be any problem, my copy job will be also, especially with the total commander, will be also stopped. Or also I can connect to the VMware and make some virtual machines or copy job. That will be the same case. We were testing this with the MD5 checking, and during the power failure, and we made plenty tests, and MD5 after failover or failback was always proper. Okay, next question. We do synchronize the volumes manually. Is there a possibility to synchronize automatically? If yes, how do we know that the synchronization has happened? Can we see the automatical synchronization log? Synchronize volumes manually. So as I understand this question, it means you are just synchronizing volume and you are not configuring iSCSI failover. That's probably the best time to configure also iSCSI failover, and everything will be automatical. So not everything, but at least failover and the failover will be automatical, and the failback is very easy, just 2 buttons click. Okay, next question. If I want to use multipath, how can I configure? My secondary has a less interface, for example. So if you want to use multipath, we have the presentation on our FTP on our website. Just go to the library site, how to resources, and you will see step-by-step presentation how to configure MPIO with iSCSI connecting with VMware and connecting with Windows 2008 server. Also, we are planning another webinar with MPIO soon. Then you will visit our website in webinars sections, and then soon, probably still this week, we will update this table, and then you will see when the MPIO webinar is coming. Okay. Also, we update our events on the Facebook. Okay, so if you go to Facebook, openly, and then you will find the events as well. Next question. What's the time of reprise activity? Okay, but I didn't get you. Maybe, okay, I will come back, and now see we are consistent. Sorry, I will switch short to the presentation. So we are consistent, then we can move the failback. So we can move activity back. And now moving activity back, probably we'll see a short problem on the ping. And let us see. we are still copying the data and moving activity back. You know, the resyncing task has to be higher priority than the external copy task, because it must resyncing data faster. So you see, now the switching already is done, and we can prove it when we go to iSCSI failover and the failover status. That's true. Primary is already in active mode, and the secondary is in passive state. Okay, so but let us finish updating the cluster. So when I go to the software update and just make update of my secondary server, then I will have to reboot this as well. So okay, now I'm running this version, so I'm switching to the new version. When I will upload, then the switching will be done automatically, but this I was already uploading yesterday. Okay, so I have a new version. Now I need to reboot the second server. So after rebooting the second server, I want to also present how to come back to the normal situation. So rebooting the second server will cost us that we will lose ping on the second machine, but the services will work without any interruption, of course, because the primary server is active. By meantime, while we will rebooting the second server, I will answer the next questions. Okay, the secondary server still answering. Let us wait until. Okay, then we see the problem already. Secondary server, it's not really the problem, it is just a reboot. There is no problem at all. But we see also GUI doesn't answer, right? That's normal, okay? But our services are running without any problem. Okay? So that's the cluster, okay? Primary is active, and now of course degraded because the secondary server is missing, so we are not able to make failover right now. Okay, good. Let me answer the next questions. The next question is okay, but it will still think it is active because of the sudden failure. That's the question from Chris. Let me see. Okay, this is just not in. I'm really lost. What do you mean, Chris? May you just please repeat the question in the full sentence, that I can find out what do you mean. Next question from Davey. The sync, it can't automatic or not? I don't understand. The syncing. Okay, if you are, I was getting you that you are doing volume replication, and the volume replication you started the task, but you didn't configure iSCSI failover. That was the case I was understanding. If this is different case, please write one more time or just call me, because I really don't understand what do you mean. Okay, next question. That's from Chris. Regarding my previous question concerning hardware failure of primary node, the repair rate primary node, we still think it is active because of the sudden failure, not? No. When the primary node has a failure, so after the failure, the failover manager will initiate suspend, and secondary must take activity. So that's how it works. If the failover manager decides that the primary node has a failure, then the secondary node takes activity, and the primary node is coming back in suspend mode. It cannot come back with the active mode. It's supposed to come back in the suspend mode. That's the proper behavior, and that's from design.